Hello tarot friends, welcome to my channel. This is Balsamic Moon Tarot. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So I'm here with a pick a card reading, and today we are going to ask the cards, we're going to ask Spirit about your destiny. What are you destined to do? And in fact, I'm not feeling like it's a question. I feel like it is a statement. You are destined for this. So there's a very strong message that wants to come through today that's going to confirm for you that what you think you are destined to do is in fact what you're destined to do. We're going to get as much details as we can and really like tap into specific information that I can relay. So it may not, I'll make it as general as I can, but if I get all that specific information, it may not be relevant to all of you. But you know, just stick with me, and you know, pick up on what is resonating for you and leave the rest. Okay, so let's get started. We've already got the first two cards, and we have card number 3 for pile 3. So let's go ahead and turn these over. For pile 1, we have the 6 of Cups here. 6 of Cups. Feeling very balanced energy there. For pile 2, we have the 10 of Wands. Okay. Fiery energy. Something has come to its culmination or a breaking point. And then for pile 3, we have the 9 of Wands. Oh, wow. The 9 of Wands. Yeah, you are in the thick of it. You are in the final battle. So, these are the 3 cards. Take a moment, take a deep breath, and pick the card that you are most drawn to at this time. Feel free to skip ahead to the timestamp in the description box below, and I'll see you at your reading. Hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. You selected the card 6 of Cups, and today we are asking the cards, what are you destined for? What is your destiny? What are you destined to know, do, and be? And there's a train coming by, so you can hear that, right? That's just emphasis. Something very important and powerful is trying to let itself be known to you, okay? So let's turn these cards over and let's find out. We have the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, 2 8s, the 7 of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Cups, which I'm going to put here. We also have the Lion. Beautiful. I just heard the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't know if the Chronicles of Narnia are important to you, but that might be a message specifically for someone here. We have the Magician. Inner Vision. Wow. Look at that. And Perseverance. Wow. Okay, pile 1. So, for your first message, okay, I just had to pause. So, the first message I'm getting is about the lion's roar, and there's definitely something here about justice, being justice oriented, or caring a lot about justice, caring a lot about people being treated equally and fairly. I also feel like with this card, the Perseverance card, the Magician and Inner Vision, right? So I'm also being drawn to the cattle, the cow in this card. And I'm getting a sense of, you know, being a workhorse, being a force of nature also, but like just being a heavy lifter. Nothing can happen without your input. There's this idea of you being absolutely essential and integral to a large operation, an operation that impacts many people. Okay, let me take another look at these. What are you destined to do? We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And we have a lot of synthesizing is what I'm also seeing. We have a lot of like funneling. Okay, so management of resources, like trying to solve problems here by calculating what you have to work with or what is before you, like analyzing it and calculating it, and then almost like taking it apart and using the components in bigger and better ways. Now, I know that's you're like, what? I know that's vague and kind of convoluted, but let me just keep going in this direction. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Already there's a weird contrast there, because though the number 8 is emphasized here, with the Eight of Cups you have a sense of something being drained, something like draining your energy, or being aware, oh, that's what it is, being aware of waste, being aware of wasted energy, being aware of wasted potential. And then the Eight of Wands is about things working together and moving faster, moving more quickly and efficiently, because they're aligned, because they're moving in the same direction. So here is the Seven of Swords energy, trying to figure out how that can be accomplished. With the Lion, you're in charge here. You are at the top of the food chain. So I do feel like in this, like what you're destined to do is to definitely manage or be in charge of a large operation. Now, that doesn't have to be something commercial. It doesn't have to be a company or a business. It can be like it can be an organization that is not driven by profit. It can be like a charity, a church, a volunteer effort, grassroots organizing, right? It can be a number of things. It can be a labor movement. It could be a group of workers, it could be a union. Like there's something that you have the unique ability to oversee it. And because what you bring to the table is that you understand how all the pieces work together. You understand how every part of that chain works and is essential. Okay? It's like I see you having this insight, this unique insight, because you're not someone who rose to power and rose to authority by like special treatment. Like you rose up the ranks. You rose up the ranks to this position because you started from the bottom and you worked your way to the top. You understood how everything had to operate. So it's like you have this unique insight where you know how everyone's supposed to do their job. You understand not just the role that everyone plays, you understand the difficulties. You understand the struggle. And that's what's really special here. We have Perseverance and Inner Vision and the Magician, okay? It's the fact that you have a unique and close-up direct experience. That's what I'm trying to say. You have direct experience of the struggle that impacts all the people and players in this operation. The Knight of Cups there seems a bit like an outlier, but I think what it's showing is that you have an ability to connect with people. You have an ability to inspire trust from people. And that's what serves you as a leader. And it serves you as, like, again, I'm thinking operations. It's like it serves you as someone who oversees the operation, because people are willing to tell you their truth. People are willing to speak up to you. You know, it's like you command, excuse me, you command a lot of respect. And people really trust that if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do something. If you say you're going to get something done, you're going to get it done. And so they're more willing to be honest with you about their ideas, about, you know, just their concerns. Okay? So it's like you're also like this person who can handle receiving the concerns of many people, and they each feel like they've been heard. They feel like you really care, and you're really listening to them. Now, why were you drawn to the Six of Cups? That's what's interesting to me, because I do feel like this Six of Cups is kind of this thread that's tying all these pieces together. Because I do feel like what your destiny is being this central kind of overseer of an operation that has many moving pieces and impacts many different kinds of people. The Six of Cups there. Oh, that's what that is. I keep hearing the word harmony, harmonizer. Knight of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, there is a workforce. There's like, it's like, in order for this to be successful with the Queen of Pentacles, in order for that abundance to start accumulating and really be, in order for this operation to really be effective and create the growth, create the change that you're seeking, you know, to solve that problem, right? Which takes like not just a lot of knowledge and intelligence, it also takes persistent effort. It takes things to be, it means that things have to be working consistently. Yeah, it takes consistency, and that's what I'm seeing with that Knight of Pentacles too. It takes people really doing their best, and that's why you're really good at what you do, is that you actually inspire people to apply themselves and to do their best and be their best. The Six of Cups makes me think of harmony and symphony. So you know what? You could be someone who's an orchestra. Like maybe you are a conductor of an orchestra, or you're a band leader of, you know, maybe you do like deal with musicians, which could be the Knight of Cups, right? You're dealing with a lot of different musicians. Maybe you're even like running a record label or something, or you manage different artists. So there's that possibility. But with the Six of Cups, I want to clarify that, because there's something there. Let me find out. Can we clarify the Six of Cups? What is the Six of Cups trying to tell us? Pile one's destiny. Queen of Swords. Interesting. Queen of Swords. You could be a teacher. This could be you in a role of teaching. You could be a PR person, you know, so like you're someone who is in charge of yeah, you're in charge of a big operation of communications and PR, and you have to get everyone kind of doing their role well, because if you don't, then these campaigns, the press is not going to achieve the the goals that you're setting out for yourself. But that doesn't quite, no, that doesn't quite do it. I feel like there's something else there. Let's, you know what, I have other cards here that I pulled out for more information and advice. Let me take them out now. So we have the Three of Swords here. I believe this is the Sun. And this is the Nine of Feathers, the Nine of Swords. Okay. And then we have Bloom Like a Badass as advice there. So let me verify, because I do think that's the Sun. Yeah, the Sun. Okay, rebirth. The good news is that each day you get to choose what kind of life you want to live. Each day provides you with an opportunity to be reborn into the shape of your devotions, to feed your soul hunger, to be seen, heard, and loved. The sun reveals all that you need to see. It shines a light on the purity of this truth. You are the magic. You are the radiant light. Let your inner radiance burn brightly, for it will bring life to everything around you. Wow. Okay. Wow. So, with the Queen of Swords, I do think that there's some kind of truth you need to share. There's something about how you share, how you speak, how you express the truth, how you express what you know. And it harmonizes, it brings people together. It's like, it's a great harmonizer. It's a great equalizer. Yeah, that's what it is, the great equalizer. So when I said being justice oriented, it's like, you know how to reach people of every station in life. You know how to talk to people at in every corner. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes you important, is that you talk to people and they trust you and they believe you because you know how to relate to them, in a very real way, in a very truthful way, where it helps to really restore balance in the community or in the organization. We have the Three of Swords here, so that is pointing to some kind of tragic some kind of tragic circumstance or betrayal even. I think what this is talking about is more of a collective wound. Like, there's been a division, right? There's been a division of the community or of the organization, and it's caused pain to kind of fester. It's caused resentment to fester kind of everywhere. So that's what this Nine of Swords is also pointing at. It's pointing at like how people are, their mental states, or they're secure, they're feeling very insecure, they're feeling kind of stressed out and anxious a lot. And so what you bring to the table oh, you know what? Look at that. You see how we see the mother bird and all the little birds like squawking and waiting to be fed? See, that's kind of what's going on, is that people have been, it's like there's been this communication breakdown, and people have been, not, it's like everyone's arguing with each other. Everyone's sowing more resentment. There's gossip, or there's misinformation proliferating. Everyone's talking, but they don't know what they're talking about. They're just talking out of fear. They're talking out of insecurity and anxiety. And here you are, you're the sun. You come in to speak the truth, and you really lay it down for people, and you reveal what's real and what's right to people. And you do it in this way where they really hear you and they trust your opinion, they trust your, you know, they really trust, like, yeah, again, you command respect, you command authority. That's the lion energy. Bloom like a badass, right? With this lotus flower, you are grounded in a spiritual, or, you know, a very ethical very ethical principles. You're grounded. Your ethics, your principles, and your values are very grounded. They're very solid and stable. And I think that's the integrity that people are drawn to, right? Again, the Sun card. They believe you. When you say you're going to do something, they believe you. When you say this is the truth, people believe you, because they know that you don't say these things to manipulate. They know that you're not a manipulative, deceitful person. Wow, pile one. So that's the crux of your message. I do want to get a few more. Let's get a few more of these oracle cards here. Last message for pile one: what they're destined to do, do and be and know. Look at that! Oh my lord, mother. And passage with a rainbow in this little canoe. Safe passage, so this makes a lot of sense. Okay, there's the Sun card and there's the Mother card. The Sun is often thought about as yang energy and, like, so, you know, the solar energy. This is the masculine, the divine masculine. However, to have the Mother card here and to have the depiction of this mother bird feeding her birds, it's talking about that, again, also the lion, right? It's talking about the fierceness of being a mother, like the divine mother, the divine feminine also brings to light what is true and real, because we are all we are all your children. It's like the universal law, the universal truths. This is what you're aligned with. This is what you share. This is where you talk from. You talk from that. You talk from what is not just true for some, but what is true for all. And I think that's really beautiful when you have that combined with the passage card. Passage, written passages. You might even be someone who is a preacher of some sort, or, like, you know, non-denominational speaker, like someone who is a public speaker and talks about how communities can come together. You know, you talk about how to heal those rifts in community, how to mediate, right? I think you can teach on that. But passage, to me, with that rainbow too, is talking about, you know, you're offering a way through. You're offering people a way through where they when people thought there was going to be no solution, nothing to get resolved here, no way through this. You know, so again, it could be a very toxic workplace. It could be an organization that's failing, a company that's failing, a community that's divided. You're coming through and you're showing this is the passage. This is the way through. But you got to believe. It's like a, you know, see that boat? A rising tide floats all boats. You know, it's about getting people to believe that they're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. Once we understand that, we start to be more receptive to opinions that are different from us. You know, those grudges, we can put that away, put it aside, put those grudges, those long running resentments, put it away, because you're showing that we need to be on the same page. We need to see each other as family. Again, the mother. You know, here you have the chicks. And when birds want to be fed, they don't care about their siblings. They're all vying, you know, feed me, feed me. So it's like, you know how to to address that. You know how to get people on the same page and how to help people understand, you know, to care about the collective, to care about the group, to care about something bigger than themselves, that it's not all just about you. That's what you show people. You show people, look, you think this is your whole world and this is everything you do and that's all that's important and that's it. And I get that. It's like you tell people, look, I understand you, I relate to you, I was there. But then you educate them that what they're doing is impacted by what those people are doing. And what you're doing is also going to impact those other people. It's like you show them how they're part of this whole chain, how they're part of this whole system, an ecosystem even, right? So it's like, that's what you're doing. Yeah, wow, that's really great. Again, Six of Cups makes me think about harmony. It makes me think about like symphony, how disparate elements can coalesce into one unified, beautiful, grand creation. Okay, really lovely. Pile one. Wow. I hope that was helpful for you, and if it was, please definitely click the like and subscribe buttons. It's always great to know that the message has reached the recipient, and feel free to share in the comments as well if this connected to you. Hope to see you at another reading, Pile One, and the best of luck with what you're doing there. Okay, take care. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You selected the Ten of Wands. Today we're asking, what are you destined to do, be, and know? What is your destiny? You are destined for this. So let's find out. We have the Tower. Okay, yeah, the Ten of Wands, and now the Tower. Wow. Very big momentous change happening. We have the Knight of Cups here. Perhaps a connection with someone is figuring very central, very important to you right now. Somebody you feel very aligned with, someone you feel very connected to, or very like compatible with. We also have here, wow, so this is the Death card in this deck. It's called the card of release. Release, that's very momentous there. And now we have the Three of Water, the Three of Cups. We also have here the Hermit, no, the Nine of Wands. Okay, the Nine of Wands. The Ten of Cups. The Two of Swords. The Wheel of Fortune. A Butterfly. Oracle card number 1. Love who you are. I'm going to put that there. And then this Oracle card, Spider. And then Crafty, Grounded, and the Moon. Interesting. Okay, Pile 2, your destiny. What are you destined to do, be, and know? So it's interesting that the Knight of the Ten of Cups was placed right below the Knight of Cups. And we see here with Grounded that there is a whole system. It's like a closed system, like a biosphere being depicted, because this figure, this human figure, is sitting atop like a planet, basically. You know, you've got a root system, and then you've got a water system that's connecting everything. So it's about wholeness and nourishment and completion here, which is also echoed here with the Moon. It's interesting that the moon is depicted here showing the influence of the moon on the tides, with the water drawing towards the moon. So yeah, and then the Wheel of Fortune is like, again, the movement, the cycle. So pile 2, there's definitely like some way that you usher in change, and the way you usher in change, it's like you understand when things are reaching their breaking point. You understand when a shift is about to occur because something has been exhausted. Something has reached the end of the road, okay? That's the 10 of Wands energy. And then the Tower, right? It's the breaking point. The 9 of Wands is there. The 9 of Wands, which has a spider web here. Let me get the guidebook for that. Resilience, okay? Fire, the South, fox and web. I rest assured in the resilience of my heart and find strength in its gracious beauty. Wow, how did I not notice this? There's a fox here and there's a fox here with crafty. Whoa, that's a big synchronicity there. We've got a crafty fox, and then we've got a fox with the 9 of Wands associated with resilience. It's looking up at this spider web. The spider web refers also to this spider. And then this butterfly. How is the butterfly? It's like I feel like you're caught in the web. I feel like you're the one caught in the web. But you're going to work your way out of it. You're going to be crafty because you understand that the web has exhausted its usefulness. You understand that the web had a purpose, and now it's fulfilled that purpose. It's falling away. It's falling away in tatters. That's what the Death card is showing, okay? Wow, okay, pile 2. Let me just read this passage about the spider. Spider teaches a primal truth about the willingness to trust that the tools you have within will awaken your untapped capabilities. It is not only safe to live from your inspiration, it is advisable. When you weave your world out of passion rather than obligation, your authentic creativity and purpose are unleashed. You become a lightning rod for grace. Take a page from Spider's book and trust your passion and artistry as a portal for your prosperity. So the energy here is inspired, creative, and innovative. The advice is to commit to your creative process. And then look at this. Love who you are, okay? The butterfly. Love who you are. The butterfly does talk about the creative process too, when you start out with something that undergoes metamorphosis. For a time, the ideas and the work, it's incubating in darkness, right? It's something that develops in the dark, but then when it comes to the light, it's fully formed, and it's magnificent, and it's beautiful, and it's this complete like revelation of your essential self, right? The butterfly is showing that this has been in you all this time. This ability, this talent, this creativity has been in you all this time. Now, crafty, I'm also thinking about crafty being something that you are, like you're good with crafting something. You bring some kind of, I feel like you are an artist, or you are like, you create something with your hands, or you create something in a way where like you're very involved in the process. Like you bring a lot of attention and intent. You're very intentional. You're very intentional about that process. It could even be with food, right? Like being a chef or creating food can be very creative, and you know, being grounded is a part of that too. It's like you understand yourself well enough that you understand your vision. Sorry, you understand your vision well enough that you can manifest it. Like, you know how to get this done. You know how to get, you have the tools, and you have like the knowledge of the materials. So like, I'm also getting this message about somebody who really knows materials. Like, you know how materials work in a certain way together. Let's say you're a woodworker, like, you know, very very much in depth, you know how certain wood reacts to X, Y, and Z. It's like, that's the kind of intimate knowledge that you have. It's an intimate knowledge of this creative process that is special about you. Now, you are also very innovative, and so it's like this tower is showing big change, but it's like, it's coming from you. It's not so much change that's foisted upon you. It's just what you bring to the table. You understand that the old ways and the traditions have they've served their purpose, and you're not, it's not like you're really negative about the old ways, or you know, a previous iteration of something. So it's like, this web has been created and you're aware of how it was useful, but you sort of honor it. You're sort of like, you know, you have like a certain grace about you, that you know how to change, you know how to introduce change, and you know how to disrupt like this practice, or this art form, or genre. Like, you know how to be innovative while retaining this authenticity and this very strong kind of, it's like a voice, it's like a wisdom. It's like you bring wisdom from the past, but you express it in a way that is very true to the present. Okay, so again, something that I'm seeing here is very creative. You know how to usher in change. It's also like, you know how to bring ceremony to what you do. Like, you could be like someone who plans events, let's say, like maybe you're a wedding planner. Like, you do weddings in a way where the traditions, you know, each tradition that's incorporated is very meaningful, and nothing is just done because it was done. You know, you don't just do things to do things. Like you really bring something meaningful in everything you do. And so that's why the wedding ceremony is that much more beautiful and impactful, because it's like this whole, it's like a very rich, nuanced creation that you've helped make, right? So ushering in change, right? Like, to be a wedding planner, you're giving a couple, the bride and groom, as well as their entire support network, their family and their friends, you're giving this whole, you're offering this service where you're helping people honor a really special moment, right? And like, you know, everyone talks about weddings as being like, a lot of people have been to weddings where they've felt a bit they've had mixed feelings, right? Because, you know, they can be very expensive, whatever. We all know about the show Bridezilla, but like, there's something that you do, just as an example, right? If you're like someone who does weddings or does events, like, there's something you do that's very genuine and really taps into the sincerity and the earnestness, right, of the occasion. So again, that's like 10 of Cups, that's the 3 of Cups. Like, that's your artistry show coming through. It's also the moon and like your intuition about how things like have their own magnetic appeal, how to like get these elements to attract each other and create something very compelling. I'm also seeing that. But yeah, pile 2, wow. I know I've been saying stuff that can be applied in different ways. So, you know, so just to reiterate, I do think that you're destined to do or be someone who is very artistic and creative. Now, not necessarily in the arts world, but whatever you're doing, you bring to it that type of artistry, and you bring to it a very like sensitive, deeply sensitive, rich kind of emotional resonance. Okay, so that is what I'm getting for you. A lot of wisdom in that. A lot of, you offer a lot of wisdom in how to also approach things in that manner. So it's like, you may be artistic, but you can also be someone who teaches others how to be artistic, how to be how to bring their own personal style or their own personal grace into what they're doing. So like, again, weddings, right? It's like you tap into that person, the couple's what the couple cherishes, and you understand how to help them like make this occasion very authentic to them, very sincere. But this can be applied in different ways, like homes, like meals, like planning, you know, being a chef and like creating an environment where people really feel comfortable. It's like, it's just, I don't know, there's like a, I don't know if you're Pisces, right? But like there's a Pisces Neptunian energy there as well. It's like really heightening that, really heightening the drama and the sensory kind of environment. Okay, so maybe even deal in cinema, maybe deal with film or glamour, right? Doing something glamorous. Oh, love who you are, the butterfly. I could totally see that. See, you offer people this way to love themselves, to you offer people a way. It's like, let's say you're a hairstylist, you do hair, and you show people like, look, this is who you've been all along. Like, see, all you needed to do was this one change, and it revealed just how beautiful you are. You know, it's like you show people that they're magical, that they have their own special magnetism and appeal, and all you had to do was just like tap into it and like bring it more to the surface. So you could also be like in the beauty industry, or in, you know, in some kind of beauty, fashion, style industry where you're helping to tap into the potential, the natural potential that people have. Okay, pile 2. Wow, that's really cool. So we got the 3 of Cups here, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So I do get the sense that you're going to be, that part of your destiny is being a teacher, because I think this Page of Pentacles is like someone learning from you, like you're mentoring another person, you're teaching another person how to do a lot with just a little. Like you're teaching people like, you don't need a lot of money to have this amazing wardrobe. It's something like that, right? And then with the 3 of Cups, it's like, it's about the creative element, it's about the artistry, but it's also about bringing pleasure into someone's life. Like it's about appreciating the finer things in life, appreciating grace, beauty, glamour, romance, right? Like that's the special gift you have, is that you inspire others to enjoy the beauty around them, to enjoy their surroundings, to enjoy their relationships, to enjoy friendships, right? So party planner for sure is emphasized by this 3 of Cups again. Party planner, event planner, wedding planner, that's emphasized here. But I think it's also the fact that you bring it to like the everyman, right? You bring it to the average person. You're not just someone who caters to people who have tons of money. Your clientele are not like just celebrities. You're someone who knows how to take this thing that seems very unapproachable or inaccessible, and you know how to bring it and deliver it to the average person. And you know, I say average, but you know what I mean. It's like, you know how to show people like, you deserve to have this beauty in your life, and it doesn't take a lot to do it. Like you have the same access to this if you just try these like tips and tricks, right? So it's like being that teacher, being that mentor is part of it. Spider, showing like, again, your wisdom, your intelligence, how you weave things together to draw it in. Like, you're showing people that you don't need a lot to do a lot. You can do a lot with very little. It's just in applying what you have. It's just in the intelligent ways of using what you have that accomplishes that, okay? And again, Tower, innovation, right? So innovation, let's say this isn't even beauty. Let's say this is like craftiness of like let's go back to woodworking and furniture and like creating objects, like so being a maker, right? Like the craft, having a craft, and like what you're showing people is you can have this amazing piece of furniture that you made yourself that doesn't cost, when you know how to look for value, and you know how to look out for this type of material, and you know how to put it together in this type of way, then you can create something amazing without giving a company thousands of dollars, right? It's like you're innovating how something gets made, or how something gets provided, and it's something that brings joy to people's lives, okay? Three of Cups, it brings joy. 10 of Wands. Why this 10 of Wands? Because you're identifying that something is no longer sustainable. You see that other people are struggling to do this thing. Like take it back to the weddings. You're seeing that these weddings are exorbitantly priced, and they're just like, why? Why would we expect the average person to basically give, like give the same amount of money that could go on the down payment of a house, right? Like, why would we expect someone to spend that much money on one day of their life? So you're coming to it with a lot of pragmatism and this kind of like, no nonsense, grounded advice and wisdom. And you're showing people you can have the wedding of your dreams for a fraction of the price. And here's how, like, here, you have the tools, you have the knowledge, you have the gift. So, wow, pile 2, that's really cool. That's very cool. And I'll end on this note. I'll end on this note with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords, okay? Embrace that change. The change is about to come in and sweep your life. Embrace this change. Embrace this new chapter. I feel like with this Two of Swords, your intuition, and there's the moon, right? Your intuition, there's the Death card. Your intuition has been telling you, I feel something's coming. There's going to be a big change here. Something is coming. My life is going to change in a big way. Well, it's coming. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Roll with the punches. Enjoy these changes. This is part of your destiny. This is part of what what you were destined to do, and embrace it. Embrace being that Spider Woman, just everything's falling into the web now. Everything's falling into a place because you've set things up really nicely to magnetize towards you, to draw towards you what, your fulfillment is, what your role is, what your fulfilled life looks like here, okay? Wonderful. Take care, pile 2. Please definitely click the like and subscribe buttons if this resonated with you, if this helped you. I also would appreciate a comment if if you feel like sharing. But I really appreciate you being here, pile 2, and all the best of luck with this project, okay? Take care. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. We're here to talk about your destiny. What are you destined to do, be, know? Okay, we're gonna try to get as much specific information as possible. But yeah, let's get started. It's weird. I shuffled off screen for the first 2 readings, and then now I feel like I'm done with pausing the video and starting and pausing. So I'm just gonna get right into it. Pile 3 selected the 9 of Wands. What is the message for pile 3? What are they destined to do? What are they destined to be? What are they destined to know? Okay. First deck. Three cards. Okay, pile 3. We have the Knight of Wands here. Travel, for sure. We have the Devil. Okay. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Emperor. And we have the Lovers. Wow. Wow. I'm getting a lot of information. Well, I'm getting some information about a connection, a relationship. But it's weird. It's not. I feel like this Nine of Wands is showing something has reached. Something is sort of, it's reaching the end of the road, but I can't tell if it's good or bad yet. Six of Cups can be reunion too. You know what it is? Okay, this might be very specific for someone. I think that someone watching this has been in a long distance relationship and you're finally traveling. You're finally leaving where you are now to go and be united with the person that you've been involved with. However, I have to clarify this Devil card. I feel like there's a lot of expectation here, and that might not be a good thing. So, wow, this is taking a turn. Let's just keep going. Let me get some cards here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, okay. We have the Page of Cups. Commitment, oh. Expectations, okay. Three of Wands, okay. So I think that, I'm just going to say the message that's first coming through here, but I think one of you who's reuniting, like uniting in real life with someone that you've had a long distance relationship with, and it's probably like been a separation that's started. It's not like you started apart. I think maybe you started together in real life and then you moved away and then now you're coming back together, but you have a lot of expectations. And I think there's this message here of just like, take it easy, take it step by step. And the reason why is because I think the other person has gone through a lot and they're kind of healing from something. It could even be like recovery from, you know, drug or some substance abuse, but there's like a recovery issue, and it's like they're still healing their psyche, they're still healing their even burnout from work, like they're still healing something. So I would say, you know, kind of lower down the expectation because you're very excited about it, but it's good to approach it with just like day by day energy, like we're gonna get there. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. But you know, the Page of Cups is talking about that newness. There's like a new phase here, but it's still kind of vulnerable, it's still a bit tender, and I think that's your connection to this person is still in the vulnerable stage because you're rebuilding trust here. Okay, you're rebuilding trust. Ace of Pentacles. So that's just a message that I wanted to come through. Let's see what your destiny is, though. What are you destined to do? What are you destined to be and know? For pile 3, please. I mean, it sounds like you're destined to be with this person. Hope. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card there. I love that it came out. And there's this Page of Cups here. See, there is recovery. There's healing. You're destined to bring hope. We have blind here. Yeah, it's been a very difficult situation, not knowing. Okay, there's been a lot of uncertainty lately and you've been in the dark about certain things. And I feel like you're even a bit afraid, like, oh, now that I'm gonna go and be there, I'm gonna see things for what they are. Like, I've been in the dark, but now I'm gonna like see it in person, and it might be tricky for you. It might be difficult. You have the World, and you have Release. Okay. So I'm just gonna go with this one. This is, yeah, this is a relationship message. If this doesn't resonate with you, you know, maybe there's something else. There's something else here that is for you. But I do feel like for pile 3, you're destined to have love in your life. You're destined to have a really special, important, like, partner. But there's something here about needing to release, needing to make space and release in order to make room for this love, in order to make room for this, like, this relationship. So so let's say you're not the person who's in the long distance relationship with someone. Let's say you're single. This could still apply to you, because it could be that up until this moment you haven't been ready for a relationship, and you kind of put it out of mind because you were like, that's never going to happen for me. I don't believe in that. You know, you had no hope. But now you're getting this sense of hope, and you're getting a sense of believing that it could happen for you. It's like, you know, the pot at the end of the rainbow. You're getting a sense that, like, wait, I could actually, like, this could happen to me. And I think it's just this, it's just, you know, 9 of Wands. It's like, it's battling that inner voice that has, or, you know, battling this negative belief that it's just this negative belief that that somehow you won't find this person. I don't know, it's weird. This blind card is showing something with this Emperor. Yep, that's what it is. Yep, it was a parental figure. It was some kind of person in your early life who told you something that made you feel like you were wrong, or like made you ashamed of yourself. You know, there was someone who like had rules or had a very like judgmental way of seeing things, and they just told you, you're this, you need to do this, you need to get that, and like, you're over that now. You're experiencing a healing. You're recovering from that, and you're experiencing healing that's now allowing you to release that internalized judgment. And what's beautiful is you're seeing, like, oh wait, like, I could very well be loved in this lifetime. Like, there could be someone out there for me. You know, something you didn't believe before. It's shifting now. And, you know, again, you might be in a relationship with someone and it still applies that way, where the relationship is transforming for the better because you're releasing that, you know, sense of inadequacy. We have the Four of Swords here. Yeah, this is emphasizing the recovery aspect. So Four of Swords, finally being able to put something to rest, finally being able to rest yourself, like finally being able to have a good night's sleep. You could have had like a chronic pain issue in your life, and that's being released. And I think even if it is pain, physical pain, it could be like part of it could have caused you a lot of psychological distress to have this condition, or and you're seeing, you're getting therapy, you're getting like some kind of cure for it that is working. It's having results. And so that's like finally giving you rest. Wow, the Tower. Yeah, like it's releasing. It's like finally you're releasing and you're letting go of a whole number of ailments, both mental and physical and emotional, even emotional. It's like this whole kind of shell, I see it like this shell that was like crystallized. It felt like you were trapped in this shell of misery. And the cracks have been now coming through. It's like all these awakenings in your life, all these like this progress in your life is just, you know, cracking that shell down, and it's finally falling to pieces. It's finally falling apart. And here you are resting easy. You can finally get a good night's rest, okay? So in terms of destiny, pile 3, to put it very simply, you are destined to be healed. You're destined to be whole. You're destined to be loved. Like this isn't about a career. This isn't about one job. This is about like your entire experience of life. You're simply destined to be loved. That's what I keep hearing. You're destined to be loved. You are loved. That's what it is. It's like you didn't believe it until now. You didn't believe it. Cloud and Pegasus. Whoa. That's really interesting. Let me put them down here together. Cloud and Pegasus. Wow, so I took a look at the guidebook for these two cards, and it's really awesome how they are together, because Pegasus, this mythical creature, right? Pegasus is a goddess mare with triumphant angel wings, according to the guidebook. She is a master uniting the cosmic and earthly realms. Cloud. So Pegasus soars above the clouds. She imbues all she encounters with her healing frequencies and offers loyal companionship to those who respect innocence. Pegasus willingly presents what is possible for the evolution of your soul. She is here to escort you into a vast new sense of freedom. Now is the time to declare to the universe that you are complete with your limitations. If you are tangled in a thought or emotion that is holding you back, this is the moment to release it. If you're in a circumstance that you have clearly outgrown, here's the sign that you're ready to move forward. If you are indulging in a habit that you know drains your energy, now is the moment to put it aside. Call upon Pegasus and allow her to take you to the heights of your choosing, of her choosing. All you must do is accept her reins. So the balanced energy of this card is connection to one's infinite potential. And the advice is to adopt a willingness to release self-limiting beliefs and habits. Wow. And so for Cloud to come up with Pegasus, Cloud invites you to create magic through ritual. You can quickly usher in the change you desire by designing daily or monthly ceremonies that invoke the visions you hold for life. Cloud reminds you that the world of the spirit and the physical realm are reflections of one another. By crafting meaningful ritual, you join both together to bring your vision alive. Your intentions gather like water droplets, and you are empowered to shower life-giving rain upon beautiful new realities. Advice here. So the energy of the cloud is conscious creation. And the advice is to perform a simple ritual invoking the full participation of your sovereign essential self. So we see here the world. I'm just going to show these previous oracle cards, right? Hope. It's like hope has been flying to you all your life, every single day. Hope, that bird of hope, has been coming and resting on your windowsill and singing to you a song of hope. And you're blind to it, but I think this can also depict being deaf to it, right? It's like you blocked out those messages because that's the depth to which you didn't have hope. You didn't feel like you deserved hope in your life. You know, it's like self-punishment. It's like I don't even deserve to have a hope. Like I'm just supposed to be miserable and suffer, right? That's the darkness that I'm seeing you coming out from. But then we see this world and we see the rainbow and we see now that something has happened. It's like a miracle where now you believe in something bigger than you believe in something offering you like grace, offering you love, offering you forgiveness, and now you're willing to release that limiting belief that you don't deserve anything, that you're never going to have anything good. And there's the magic now, understanding that you have access to this magic. You have access to be to co-create your future here. The reigns of Pegasus, right? It's like you're understanding that with every thought and every like ritual you practice, every day you're practicing something that is offering a lot of healing to you, and you understand that every single day you do that, there's more clarity. There's more clarity about the new life you want to manifest, okay? Because it's like it's instilling in you what is the belief that you actually can create this happiness, that you're not so far removed from it, that you are strong enough and magical enough and deserving of creating this happiness in your life, co-creating this happiness, I would say. Because it is about releasing control on one level too. It's about like trusting in the bigger picture, trusting in the divine to take care of you. But wow, pile 3, yeah, I think when I started this reading, I was thinking like, you know, I'm gonna share with people like, where are they going to end up? Like what's kind of, you know, what's the golden pot at the end of the rainbow? What is the castle at the end of the you know, at the top of the mountain? What's the castle at the top of the mountain? It's like, what are you going to achieve? What are you going to reach? But I think for you, it's like something more essential. It's something more simple. It's like your destiny is to be alive. Your destiny is to be here now. And you have been suffering in that you have not been alive. You like fully alive. You know, when we suffer from chronic pain, or when we suffer from chronically low self-esteem, or, you know, suffering from a mental disorder, like when we suffer so much and it's every single day, right? It's very hard to dream. It's very hard to have hope if like that's just our constant day to day reality. And I think what's being shown here is that this miracle, for lack of a better word, right? It's this miracle of love, this miracle of, you know, falling in love with someone, or this miracle of connecting with someone. It could be the miracle of connecting with a professional who's helping you get through this physical or mental ordeal. You know, someone who is a healer, someone who is a caregiver. There's a miracle here in your life, and it's shifting and transforming your present reality for the better. And so just that miracle alone, it could be the smallest thing, in a sense. It doesn't have to be this thing that just fixed everything, but the fact that it fixed even a little bit is giving you this hope. And the hope is where that transformation is occurring. It's because that hope is now showing you, see again, House of Cards, right? The Tower, House of Cards is falling down. That hope is cracking the shell that has been keeping you trapped in the negative cycle, the negative self-fulfilling prophecies, that negative cycle of, you know, believing wrongly, believing that you have no recourse, that you have that nothing will ever get better. So wow, pile 3, very, very lovely message here. I do want to point out the Lovers card, because when I first pulled the cards, I was like, I think there's a relationship here. But even if you're not in a relationship with someone, this is still pointing at the relationship with yourself. It's still pointing at this inner partnership. It's like being able to perceive yourself, being able to see yourself with that, like, distance, like, to be able to have that conception of yourself as another person. And how would you approach that person? If you saw someone who is suffering, would you go up to that person and you would just be like, ha, sit in it, you deserve it? No, right? Probably not. If you saw someone who was suffering, you'd probably approach them and be like, tell me what's wrong, let me understand what is, what is it that hurts, or what is it that's bothering you? And you'd be listening and you'd be attentive, and maybe you would like encourage that person to try something new. There's a difference there. So you've been treating yourself poorly, I think, and now you're having this insight that, like, I need to treat myself the way I treat the person I care about. I need to treat myself the way I treat other people I love, because you haven't been. So to treat yourself as if you are another person that you love, that changes everything. So you create this relationship to yourself. You create this partnership within yourself. And you're like, now you're telling yourself, I'm not going to give up on you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to abandon you. I'm going to fight for you. That's this commitment in yourself, this commitment to care for yourself, to be the best version you can be, to try your best, okay? So that's what's shifting here, pile 3. That's the destiny that's showing up here. It's so beautiful, and I'm really sorry that you've been through a tremendously difficult journey. But I hope that this message helps you, and I hope it helps confirm, that, like, what's opening up in your life and what's really beautiful shifting, what's shifting in your life that's really beautiful and awesome and basically a miracle, Okay, pile 3, take care. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you the very best.